friends, I'm Erin and this is Erin Go Live. Welcome to a reading and lifestyle vlog. Welcome back to my channel. And this is going to be I'm going to be really focused on one particular book. That is Solito by Javier Zamora. This is my nonfiction book club book for the month of September. I'm actually not even sure, or no, August, whatever month we're in. I think we're not meeting until September though, which is confusing. But anyhow, I've been kind of slowly reading that book because it hasn't been my main book. I'm really enjoying it, but it hasn't been my main read. My fiction books have been my main read. And so now I have finished my last fiction book for the month, and it is time to make a concerted effort to get this finished. I'd love to get it finished by the end of September, or at least by the end of this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend coming up, and I'm going away to a friend's cabin. She just texted me. It's just going to be the two of us. And there was hoping this other couple was going to be able to come, but it's just going to be the two of us, so I will have to try to be entertaining. But I imagine there will be some downtime where we can read, and then I just kind of want to make a concerted effort over these next, it's Tuesday right now, over the next few nights to make sure that I'm devoting myself to actually reading that book and not just like screwing around and watching TV in the evenings. So that's where we are. That's what we will be reading, and I'll take you on any adventure I get into over the course of the next 4 or 5 days. So I'm editing this and I realize I'm just expecting you to know what Solito is. I talk about the book, but I haven't really set up the book. So here's the setup for Solito. Solito is a memoir by Javier Zamora. He wrote this. This came out a few years ago. The events took place in 1999 when he was a 9-year-old boy. And it is the story of him being sent by his family with coyotes to get him across the border, across the U.S. border. So he's starting in El Salvador, and then he has to cross to Guatemala, then cross to and across Mexico, and then finally to meet his family. His family lived in San Rafael, which is in the San Francisco Bay Area. Beautiful place. If you ever make it out to the Bay Area, I highly recommend San Rafael, particularly Soul Food, my favorite restaurant, Cuban and Puerto Rican food. Let me know. I'll meet you over there. Anyhow, we get this just really harrowing tale of, and really, I think, emotional tale too, of this 9-year-old boy who he's been living with his grandparents and his aunt, and his parents are already in the States. His dad has been in the States for a long time. He doesn't even remember what his dad looks like. He just talks to him on the phone. And his mom left not quite as long ago, and so he remembers actually seeing his mom and when she left to go meet his dad in the States. So now he's being sent. His grandfather travels with him up through El Salvador to the Guatemalan border, and then once they get to the Guatemalan border, Javier is alone. He's with the coyotes, entrusted to the coyotes, and entrusted to the group, the 6, or the 5 other people, 4 adults, 1 other child, who they collectively become the 6. So it's up to the coyotes and to the 6 to get him up safely, up to the American border and into the hands of his parents. That is Solito. Whatever you can do to not have a bad back, do that. I've been feeling it. So just wave to my mom, picked up the kids for me today because I'm on my way to go get a massage. Okay, so today's Wednesday. Thursday and Friday of last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week, I have had some form of body work done. 2 adjustments, 2 acupuncture sessions, or maybe 3 adjustments? 3 adjustments, 2 acupuncture sessions, and now massage. And it's improving, but there's like a war, as my acupuncturist put it yesterday, there's a war happening in the muscles of my back right now. I will say, however, that pain-wise, this is far, far, far less than when I threw it out earlier in the year. That was like, take my breath away, nauseating pain. I would say 8 out of 10, knowing that, it was easily the worst back pain I've ever had. Definitely like miserable, maybe 9 out of 10, leaving a little bit of room for like surgical pain, or like, I don't know, being shot or stabbed. I feel like that probably would be worse than what I was feeling, but 8 or 9 out of 10 pain for there. I was probably at like a 6 yesterday, and ever since my acupuncture treatment yesterday afternoon, I'm probably more like a 3, 4. Got down to a 3, probably 3, 4 moments today. Anyhow, enough of the back pain talk. On to books. So I have Solito with me on my way to go get a massage, and then I'm going to grab something to eat while I'm over there, because it's going to be like bad traffic time. So I'm going to just get some food and read. I have about 180 pages left in Solito. It is August 30th. So we've got we have today and tomorrow to finish out the month. I would love to be able to get Solito finished. Hey guys, so it's Thursday morning, 7:26 a.m. I'll turn the blinker off. I'm in the left turn lane. Where else would I be going? So last night, I did a vlog clip, and I was like, you know what, this could be its own video. So I'm just going to make its own video, but I'm going to throw it into the vlog here too. So I went to my massage yesterday, and I had already planned on, I was going to be getting out right in the middle of like rush hour traffic. So I'm like, okay, I'll just have dinner while I'm over there in the shopping center. So I do that, and then I'm sitting there eating tacos at a taco place, reading Solito, and I was thinking, you know what, Chili's is right there, and they have a bar, and I could go like sit at the bar, have a beer, and keep reading my book, and I don't know, I just like wasn't ready to go home yet, and a beer sounded good. And so I did that, and I told myself, I'm like, I'm just gonna have one beer. And knowing full well that I've been drinking too much lately. And so basically, I'm intending to do a dry September. I know that I'm not an alcoholic. I know I wouldn't say that I am abusing alcohol at this point. I have used alcohol for sure in my past. I don't think I've ever abused it. In my early 20s, like Sam and I were, we were drunks, I would say. Like we basically spent Friday through Sunday drunk. And so I'm committing to dry September after Labor Day weekend. So, I'm not, I guess I'm not quite fully committed yet. I know the need is there, but I'm going away to my friend's cabin on this weekend, Saturday through Monday, and it's just going to be the two of us. We're going to have wine or whatever drinks we're going to have, and that was kind of like the plan for the weekend. And so I'm that's going to be kind of like my last hurrah for September at least. What I'm just hoping to do with this is just kind of reset my behaviors, reset my brain, reset my willpower in a way that like I can say no to myself, and that's important to be able to practice telling yourself no. The problem with being a grown-up is like you can do whatever you want, and sometimes we fail to set boundaries for ourselves and hold ourselves to that. And so that's why I'm being really vocal about it. I'm not ashamed. I'm talking to my friends about it. I'm talking to you about it. I made a separate video all about it, and I just want to put that like piece of accountability out there. Also, just if you're struggling too, whether it's alcohol or food or I don't know, cracking your knuckles, whatever it is, I think it's really important to talk about it, put it out there, so that you don't feel that feeling of shame. Because if it's a secret, if you're holding it as a secret and not talking about it, then there's probably feelings of shame around that, and that's not going to help you then behave in the way that you want to. And I experienced this like with clients regarding the food, and myself in the past regarding food. When you don't talk about it, when you hide things, it creates this shame spiral, which leads to more of that behavior that you're ashamed of in the first place. So yeah, that's my deal right now. So back to books. I did end up reading a good amount of Solito last night. Probably not as much as I could have if I wasn't sitting at a bar. The thing that's so, the thing about it that's so riveting, I think, or it really pulls at your heartstrings, because it's coming from the perspective of a 9-year-old boy. And this happened in 1999. So, the guy was born in 1990. He wrote this somewhat recently. So he's an adult writing this, but you very much can tell how much he has tapped into what he was really feeling as a 9-year-old boy, alone, without his family. And he's kind of had to be adopted by, they call him the Six, the people like in his crew that are all going to the border with each other. And particularly there's a woman, Patricia, and she has a daughter named Carla. And so she kind of, as they're traveling, they're a family. And so he kind of gets like that mothering a little bit from her, but even from like the men, he like yearns for that kind of like affection and closeness with them. And there's a couple points when he's just like, I just need a hug, and like it almost makes me cry just like thinking, like I'm choked up a little bit just thinking about it. It's like, it's so sweet, and he just wants to be so good, and he doesn't want to be a problem, and it just yeah, like that's the part of the book that just really makes me want to root for him for sure, and see him get to his family and get to see his mom and dad and just be in their arms and feel loved and safe and secure again. So Solito is going really well. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get through it today. As I said, it's a pretty busy work day, but hopefully this evening I can make a good chunk. It is a gray day. We have not had one of these in a very long time. It's gonna be 75 degrees today. And it's been a very long time since we've had a 75 degree day. It is Friday morning. I just took the big kids to school. Charlie is hanging out in the living room watching Bluey. I'm kind of jealous, honestly. I haven't seen the new season of Bluey, but I have some work that I need to get done first. So my parents are taking my car. So my parents are going to my aunt and uncle's cabin this weekend. They're leaving this afternoon. I'm leaving tomorrow morning to go to my friend's cabin, but my parents are driving my car up there because it's just going to be more reliable than their cars. So at some point, hopefully not in the rain, I need to clean out my car because honestly, it's a mess. So I need to clean that out, but first thing I need to do is get my work done. I have a client that's starting today, and I think that's really the only thing that needs to get done today. Otherwise, it's going to be a Charlie day, getting the house ready. So my sister, might tag off. My sister and brother-in-law are going to stay overnight with the dogs, get them fed morning and night, give Stevie his meds and all that kind of stuff. So I need to get the car ready and the house ready and get a little bit of work done. So hopefully this evening, after the kids get picked up, my parents will be gone. I will have the house to myself, which almost never happens. So I'm hoping for a really good reading evening. It's like here, like a theme here. Like hopefully I get to read. Hopefully I'll have a good reading evening. Did I last night? Nope. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see how far I can make it in Solito tonight once the kids are gone.
1, 2, 3. Hi! This is the greatest day ever!
That's so
I
loud.
think it's gonna make a good video. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be so cute, and I love it! That was the video. Bye!
I thought we were playing nap time.
Hi! It's fun! Now! Let's push that button! Push it now! Hello! This is the goodest day ever. We're gonna make it so you can do it ever. We're going to go with TT first. Talk in the phone.
I just really want to take a nap, but I don't think that's in the cards.
Yeah, that's not a card. You're not gonna see me. Hi, this is the goodest day, and I'm gonna love you for.
So it's Sunday morning. I'm up in Bear Valley. Beautiful in the mountains. We're at like 7,000 feet. It's raining right now. So not a whole lot of outdoor activities going on. My friend is outside talking to her husband on the phone. I am all bundled up and experiencing some terrible cramps. Had a fun time yesterday. We basically just sat around and talked all afternoon, enjoyed some substances, plural, and yeah, just having a good time. So I think I'm actually gonna, while she's outside talking to her husband, I'm gonna read a bit of Solito. Read a bit last night as I couldn't sleep with the cramps. And yeah, that's basically just what's going on. Just nice, slow mountain cabin day. This is the view from the cabin. It's been raining off and on since yesterday. It's just gorgeous here. It's cold. It is officially fall. It's in the 50s. Of course, we're in the mountains, so it's a lot colder than it is back home, but this is just gorgeous. Love it. Ooh, and we have a hummingbird friend. 2 of them. Hello, friends. I heard them before I saw them. They're so tiny. Bye, guys. So my one gripe about Solito is that it's kind of written in Spanglish. Most of it's English, but there'll be full lines in Spanish. And sometimes it's like essentially translated in the next line, but sometimes it's not. And it's like, we know they're speaking in Spanish the whole time. They're not ever speaking in English. So why are we going back and forth between Spanish and English? So that part's just really frustrating. And so there are just parts that you just don't get. And, you know, I'm picking up like a word and two here and there. So sometimes I can kind of get the gist of it. But, you know, I don't speak or read Spanish. So I'm only catching little bits of these parts, and they're not always translated. So, and so then it takes me out of the story, because I have this moment of like literally not getting to be a part of the story. I can't remember if I finished this vlog or not. So let's finish this vlog. So I finished Solito and I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna like 4.5 stars. The only thing, and I've mentioned this before, I'm talking about, the only thing that was a drawback for me in this book was the Spanglish. And just it would have been fine if it was little bits here and there, like little phrases, but sometimes there's just too much of the Spanish that I don't know. And there are some times where I'm literally having to look it up so I can understand what's happening. But there seemed to be no rhyme or reason, because they're always speaking in Spanish. They are Spanish speakers. So why are we sometimes speaking in Spanish in the book, in an otherwise English book? So that is the only thing as far as the story goes, the way that he told it, just the depth of the feeling that he was able as an adult to pry out of himself as someone who has, you know, written a memoir and had to draw on really emotional times in my life. I really love the way that he was able to capture the way that a 9-year-old boy felt during really scary, lonely times. So fantastic. Love Solito, especially if you speak Spanish. You'll have no problem. You'll just be able to roll right with that Spanglish with no problem. Although I am Mexican, I do not speak Spanish. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, every day is a great day for a great day, all day.